St James and Emmanuel has just committed to supporting 7 new mission partners until the end of 2025. And we'll be featuring them in these services over the next few months. And we begin today with the work of UCAA, an independent human rights organisation working in Uganda. One of its leaders, Tom Twongyeirwe, was recently on a year-long placement with us in Didsbury, and earlier this week I caught up with him via Zoom.
Tom, it's great to see you, and I know that you've been to see some of our team who are over in Kisoro at the moment. I bet they were absolutely delighted to see you.
Honestly, it was so nice seeing my friends again, and I can't explain the feeling, but I was really thrilled to see everybody. Seriously, it was the most amazing evening that has happened so far in the year of 2023.
Is it the first time you've been to the Potter's Village?
Yeah, it was my first time I have been at Potter's Village. It is really impressive.
I mean, if it wasn't for that project, we would never have known you because we'd have had no connection with Uganda. So I want to ask you about how you're getting on now that you're back in Kampala and how you're doing with your work. I know that you've been producing a series of videos. Tell me, why did you produce those videos and how's it going?
It's a campaign This is my story. I am still human. Our campaign involves LGBTQ plus people who are unfolding their stories and experiences regarding societal persecution, family rejection, but which are linked to religion. So in one way or the other, it is people sharing their stories regarding religious fueled discrimination. So the primary purpose for this campaign is to actually debunk the myth around the society about LGBTQ people, to make sure that the society that doesn't have an opportunity to get clear and true information about what it means being gay and a Christian, what it means being gay and living in Uganda, and for instance, what really means being gay and being part of the LGBTQ plus community, rather than the misinformation that has and is still being spread by the anti-gay religious leaders and political leaders, and just to make sure that people have really right and correct information about LGBTQ issues in the society.
And we would really like to promote these videos, Tom, here in the UK, to help build up support and understanding, and to help you feel as though the wider world is watching.
We are really so happy for you to promote and share videos, and there is power in sharing personal stories because it speaks to people. It's an experience that somebody has lived, and the world deserves to hear our stories, how we live, how we have found it, and how we are coping up with everything.
Just how have the videos been received in Uganda?
90% of the comments we have received are definitely negative. Sometimes people perceive information in a negative way at the first place, but then when they revisit it and watch it again, they kind of like try to reconsider their thoughts and opinions about the topic that is being discussed about. So it might not be certain for us to actually measure the impact that it has caused, but at least we have received, for example, some messages appreciating individuals for sharing their stories in a hostile environment like Uganda.
Well, for what it's worth, Tom, here in the UK, we've got your back, and you know, we pray for you and we're looking out for you, and we'll do what we can to support you. And one of the ways in which we're currently supporting you, Tom, is the mission team have made you officially one of their partners.
this particular fund will be primarily targeting to rebuild the broken relationships between transgender women and their families. Among all the LGBTQ plus people, transgender people, especially trans women, really face a lot of persecution. And we realize that it's always, especially between 18 to 25-year-old young transgender women who are really facing these circumstances. Our intention is to make sure that we rebuild the broken walls of Israel in form of getting transgender people reunite with their families. And how we are going to be doing this is getting religious leaders help to mediate the process. And by religious leaders, I mean inclusive religious leaders who are already members of my charity. In fact, 98% of the population subscribe to religion here in this country, and religious leaders are really considered very respectful opinion leaders in the society. We have already succeeded with 3 transgender women who are fully reunited with their families. Even if it was really difficult, it is a very, very difficult project to do, but whatever we shall achieve, we shall be really proud of that. And I just don't want to see transgender women just confined in a small shelter. Like, for example, we have recently supported a shelter that hosts 15 transgender women, and it's not really a decent way of living. So we are trying to change the narrative here.
Oh, Tom, what amazing work. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible. I admire you so much for your bravery and persistence. And I'm so glad that we're able to support you in this way.
What wonderful, brave, Christ-centred work Tom and his colleagues are doing. It's a privilege to be able to support them. And if you want to watch the I Am Human stories, just visit the link on the screen.